It's easy for things to get lost in the sport of football. We see these warriors go out and battle every Sunday. They condition their body year round. They practice for most of the year in order to play those 17 games every Sunday through the football season. And sometimes we forget about the football player as a man, or the man behind the football player. What about life off the field? The Detroit Lions are very thin at defensive line, specifically edge rusher, with the loss of Marcus Davenport, Aiden Hutchinson, John Kaminsky before the season even started. And it seems like the injury bug is really attacking. I mean, even Broderick Martin is really attacking that defensive line. And we found out yesterday that Josh Paschal will be out. He will not be playing in the game on Sunday. Didn't know why. Now, we know from his history that he's had a lot of struggles to stay healthy with on the field issues, but he came into the NFL battling a different type of issue off the field. Turns out that there's a reason that he's going to miss tomorrow's game that is not related to football. Check this out. This is coming from, I saw this last night. I wanted to make a video about it, but I decided to wait a minute. Who's that? Who is that? Oh man, that is me right there. Shout out to the guys with Sports Illustrated, John Macron. Man, we had a great time. Check it out if you get a chance. But what is going on with Josh Paschal? Well, check this out. It says, after practice Friday, the 24-year-old revealed that, quote, something came up as part of his annual check-ins after beating cancer while he was at Kentucky. Back in 2018, Paschal was diagnosed with malignant melanoma. I just had something small that I had to take care of this week, Paschal told reporter Benjamin Raven of MLive after practice Friday. Fortunately, it's not something long term. It's just something that I had to take care of. I have to knock it out. So it seems as though this is related to the cancer diagnosis that he had back a while ago. We know he beat it. I remember watching his combine interview. He beat it before he was drafted. And we knew, and listen, anybody who battles and beats cancer is outstanding. I mean, it's a tough thing to do. And we really not, we're very hard on these players and things like that. But again, there are things off the field that happen and some are out of their control. What else did Josh have to say about what's happening? He said, it's kind of hard, but at the same time, it's life. There is always something that is going to get thrown at you. I'm glad that I had the resources to deal with it now. Now, it's just all about getting back to ball and being able to help this team win. It's all about making sure that I don't get injured from this long term, just building my strength back and all of that. So I'm wondering, and this is all speculation, because he mentioned the word strength. So he did say yesterday, we found out that he should be good to go for next week. So I'm wondering, did he have some type of treatment, something that kind of drained him of his energy, and he's not going to be able to go on Sunday? As I'm thinking about this, man, I'm kind of getting emotional because I can only imagine what Josh is going through, what coach is going through, and how there are laws in place that prevent people from talking about medical issues, but how the burden that coach has to take on. He knew all of this. When he was asked in the press conference, he knew all of this. But as the man he is, the coach he is, and even if he could disclose this information, he wasn't. He said Josh had something. He's an illness. Not that he was dealing something related to cancer. That is just, although it wasn't coach's place to say it, and again, there are laws in place that prevent people from saying certain things, but Dan Campbell wouldn't have said it anyway, that he'll take the heat for his guys and things like that. So, Josh, get better, man. Do what you got to do because we need you against Green Bay. And obviously, if you're not going to be able to go, you're not going to be able to go. And you know what? That's what I love about this team. Like, we want to see people play. We want to see Jamison Williams come off his injury and play. I'm sure he wants to play. I'm sure Josh wants to play. But one thing our team is not going to do, we are not going to play you if you're not ready. That's why do not worry. Don't fret. If Hutchinson can go at the Super Bowl, if he is not ready to go, let's say he's cleared by the doctors. We know Hutch, if he's cleared, he's going to want to play. If the Lions don't want him to play, he will not play. One thing they do is they value their player's safety. You want to make sure that he doesn't get injured. Josh that is, and that he can come out and be a wrecking ball. Now his on the field stuff, yeah, he's got some progress that he needs to make. And it's unfortunate because we talk about this all the time. The NFL is a revolving door of players. I think about it how in 5 years, this team is going to be massively different. And when Dan Campbell said last year at the end of the NFC title game that we won't make it back here again, and we were all kind of wondering what he meant. And then he clarified later that this group of guys won't get this chance again. And he was right. Josh Reynolds on somewhere else. Several Detroit Lions players who were on this team last year, Jonah Jackson, all of them, it's a lot of them, too many to name, that they're not going to be able to be back this year. And this is a different group of guys. How you realize how small your window really is. That the current Detroit Lions roster will not be the same next year, let alone 5 years from now. And how a new player is going to come in, and it's kind of like the Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? You guys know I'm a huge Batman fan, but when the Christopher Nolan series, how Batman it was the first time you really looked at Batman as a symbol and not the person. That's what the Lions are. The Lions will always be the Lions. They'll be the Detroit Lions. They'll be our team no matter who plays for them. But sometimes it goes beyond what's happening on the field. So Josh, man, get better, bro. Get better, because we're not thinking about you, the football player, right now. We're thinking about you, the man, and fighting this thing. You beat it once. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good fight. That's something I think about all the time. Is what if I get the call one day that I have it or somebody in my family has it? I personally have not had to deal with it yet, a cancer that is. And fortunately for me, nobody in my family has had it. But I'm sure somebody watching this video right now has either dealt with it themselves or have a family member close to them that has had to fight this fight. And it's tough. So Josh, get better, bro. Get better, and we'll see you when you're ready to go. All right? In the meantime, we got people that's going to have to literally step up. And now Brad and Dan going to have to make something happen. We'll see what Isaiah Thomas has tomorrow in the game, and we'll go from there. But this channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. We are less than 30 subscribers away from 24K. We really have a chance to make it to 25K by the trade deadline. That's fantastic. Appreciate you guys. I will catch you in the next video. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Do what you got to do. Josh, you beat it before, man. It's nothing to you.